On warm Friday nights, drum sounds, of course, flood Pritchard Park in Asheville. Residents and tourists alike have enjoyed this tradition since it began in 2001.
It's a great one. One Asheville man has taken percussion to a whole new level. We meet him in this week's Uniquely WNC.
So these are West African djembe drums.
When Billy Zanski found drumming at age 18, his whole world changed.
Yeah, they're beautiful, handmade, and when they're shaped in this way, we get this low sound, get the high sound. So this really kind of resonates in our body. My passion is sound, and that covers quite a wide range of things. And originally it was drums, and specifically West African drums. So I traveled to West Africa and I met a really great man who taught me a lot about the drums in West Africa. He ended up coming to Asheville. Well, I'm from Wisconsin, and so I just dropped everything and came to Asheville.
And he loves to teach the beat.
You let your hand be flat and you bounce it off. Yeah, excellent. Asheville has been a cool place to do this type of work. We have the drum circle every Friday night. It's a wonderful community place, and then people follow that a little more. They don't know what it is because we're attracting a lot of tourists.
So if you guys keep going and don't stop, up, beat, and up.
So that's just such a nice thing to be so grateful for, that I get to have all these new people show up and I show them things that they aren't aware of, and then, they might get into it and it benefit them. You see how that stirs up your energy, and then it's a really great combination to lay down and rest and let sound just relax you. Feel your body. Feel that awareness of your heart beating. Whenever we just get still, we get quiet, let our thoughts just drift by, we start to become more aware of things, or maybe some emotions might come up. Whatever happens for individuals, it's a process, and that the sound can help that happen. This is so great to have a big setup because the sound becomes deeper, it becomes more harmonic, more complex. This really helps people go deeper because you just can't you can't block that when something's hitting you harder.
At Skinny Beats, it's not just equipment and classes, it's a totally immersive experience.
The experience is where you just lay down, you just relax. You're not here to do anything, and you let the sound kind of really just take you on a little journey.
Okay, so many cool things in that space.
Oh my gosh.
It was so hard to keep my eyes closed. I cheated the whole time because when I would hear a new sound, I wanted to know what it was. So I kind of peeked a little bit.
I love it. I have to go try that out. Madeline and I would love that.
Very cool sounds.
It is very cool.
Yeah.
Day one of Black Mountain's Sourwood Festival is in the books. The annual event isn't just an economic boost for local businesses, though. It also draws vendors from all over. News 13's Ed Diorio has more.
The Black Mountain streets once again crowded by the footsteps of visitors and vendors selling what they brought to the table for Sourwood's return. Of the many shops lining the streets, most of them are from around western North Carolina, but not Lacey Young's.
This is what I do, is I travel and do shows, and so that's what pays our bills.
Young makes and sells jewelry from silverware. When she is home, it's in Nashville. It's been her way of life for 13 years, and in that time, it's become a family affair. Her two kids grew up at festivals like Sourwood.
But we've been to 20 different states, I'd say. Tons of different cities.
And they embrace it.
It's cool, seeing her work for herself, and then I get to travel around with her and stuff.
When COVID started, they were ready for a break, and then after that, Mom, when are we going on the road? Mom, when are we going on the road?
Young started homeschooling her kids so they could not only keep her company on the road, but help her out.
So they get a lot of their education from traveling, also selling. They know how to sell anything.
While the Youngs rely on local festivals like Sourwood, they've seen how much they mean for small towns like Black Mountain.
That's bringing in money to your whole town. It's very important, very crucial. A lot of these small towns, I'm sure they rely on that once or twice a year, whatever shows they do.
This is Young's 7th year selling at Sourwood, and it's one of her most profitable and favorite spots. One that her and Mason says feels like a second home.
A lot of the stuff you see is not something you can get just anywhere. A lot of it's handcrafted. It's a big event for the whole town.
Come out to the shows and the festivals and like come explore it. Like it's pretty fun.
And while the conditions weren't favorable on Saturday, Sourwood Festival picks back up on Sunday.